serious? Are you serious, folks? Wow! I mean, you have to admit, this is unbelievable, but Dutchsince has just come out with a video a little bit after midnight last night where he captured, no doubt about it, a wave of energy. He is stunned by it because he really, I don't think, was very much of a believer in the 5 waves of energy. And, you know, I don't blame him because there had been no actual evidence of the waves of energy available to the general public like us. We've been getting it other than BP Earthwatch back in October 14, 15, 16, those 3 ripples that he was able to capture on the magnetosphere imagery. What we have now is Dutchsince last night, a little bit after midnight, captured an incredible waves of energy, global waves of energy on the microwave readings, okay, that were just so off the charts. And he went back and showed us some of the waves from an X flare. I think it was an X2 flare, might have been an X6 flare, I'm not sure. Pretty big. He went and showed us what that looks like when the Earth is hit by a gamma rays or solar rays, CMEs, coming from off the sun during an X flare, solar flare from the sun. And that, the microwave readings went boom. Just boom. You just see a quick jump and that's it. This situation, a whole lot different. These were massive waves of energy, and Dutchsince even calls it that. He says these are definitely global waves of energy. He said, you know, and he had heard BP Earthwatch talk about it, and crew, and he's referring to myself and Mike Around the World. And let's be honest, Mike Around the World's the one 4 years ago told us these global waves of energy, these cosmic rays of from a collision course somewhere. I mean, 5 waves of energy, that they were coming. He told us 4 years ago they were coming, and they were going to make major changes in our Earth. Now, last week, Mike actually called me and said, look, it's time for me to share with you some of the things that are going to happen to the planet when these waves fully arrive. And they're not just going to be a hit and miss. It's not going to be just a one-time impact and it's over. This is going to approach us and inundate us for 2 years. So, like Dutchsince said in his video today, what is going to be the global impact of this? What's the short-term and long-term effect? I think Dutchsince is now concerned more about the long-term effect, because if this thing is going to last up to 2 years of cosmic gamma rays, how much radiation are we going to get hit with? How energized will the magma and the under the surface of the Earth, under the crust? How much effect will this be on the core of the Earth? What will this mean in earthquakes and volcanic activity? How will this affect the winds and in extreme weather conditions? What is the overall, I mean, this is going to be on crustal displacement, new fault lines opening, massive radiation, huge spikes in cancer, and just a whole lot more. There's just a lot there, folks. We don't know. But Dutchsince has confirmed the global wave of energy has hit. He has it. He's documented it. He'll show it to you. And now the scientists are beginning to come forward with their findings and information. We've known about it a long time, but now the proof is beginning to manifest. So hang in there, everybody, because from a biblical standpoint, Pastor Begley's expertise is this. Prophetically, this is exactly what Jesus said was going to happen. The heavens were going to shake. The earth is going to reel and rock in Isaiah 24. The signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, and men's hearts failing for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall they see the sign of the Son of Man. No, they shall see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, he said, look up, lift up your head, for your redemption draweth nigh. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time. Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? We have breaking news, breaking news. There has been a mega 7.3 earthquake has just hit Japan. Fukushima, Japan. Are you serious? I mean, you guys know what happened on 3/11/11 when that monster 9.0 hit right there near Fukushima, creating this incredible tsunami. It literally, the earthquake was so hard it shook the ground for 6 minutes and brought a tsunami inland 6 miles, leaving 6 nuclear reactors in meltdown mode. Now, here we are again, 7.3 right there. Matter of fact, the quake just struck about 30 minutes ago. According to meteorologists, the depth of it, only 7 miles, 11 kilometers. That's very shallow, very powerful. There's no doubt we have damage. There's no question it's going to affect the Fukushima nuclear power plant. There's no question. You can't have a 7.3, 7 miles deep, and not have a situation here. And matter of fact, there is tsunami warnings. They're saying possibly 10 foot high. They're telling people to get ready. Now, this thing is going to be, this is a dangerous situation. What does it mean for Fukushima? It's way too early. It's a very fluid situation, way too early. Now, some of the U.S. Geological Survey now, initially, okay, now they're saying not 7.3, but they're downgrading it now to 6.9. That's typical for U.S. Geological Survey. Keep downgrading. They've been doing it forever that way. It won't change the fact this thing's shaking, quaking, and the devil's back is breaking as we're in the end time apocalyptic days of chaos. I mean, I just had lunch with L.A. Marzulli, and we were talking earlier today, and we just did a television, 2 television shows with him today. And days of chaos. Days of chaos. Matter of fact, he's going to be my guest again tomorrow on my live broadcast. We're going to start an hour early because I got to get him to the airport. But at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, L.A. Marzulli will be co-hosting with me. It'll be a powerful broadcast. Don't miss it. Are you serious? Earthquakes! Are you serious? Pray for the people of Japan. The ring of fire is still on fire. Are you serious? Are you serious? There's a whole lot of shaking going on. And I'm serious, folks. The earth is a shaking and quaking. The devil's back is breaking. My mind is aching. I mean, seriously, the apocalyptic, catastrophic, if we're not careful, cataclysmic events could be coming upon the earth as the 5 waves of energy is putting pressure. But it's not just the 5 waves of energy. We also have solar flare, high solar winds. Matter of fact, I'll just tell you what that is right now. The solar winds are right now roaring at 498,000 kilometers per second, roaring right off the sun, headed toward the earth with a gaping hole in the sun's atmosphere. It's not slowing it down at all. Earth facing 498,000 kilometers per second. And here's what the results of all of this pressure has become. 42 earthquakes in the last 24 hours, including last night's 7.2 powerful quake off the coast of Fiji. Now, the U.S. Geological Survey has downsized it to 6.9. But listen to the last 24 hours. What has taken place on the earth? 2.8 British Virgin Islands. Let me just give you the big ones. 4.7 Fiji, 4.5 Futuna, 4.2 Chile, 5.1 Burma, 4.9 Fiji, 5.5 Chile, and then we had the big one, 6.9, now that's been downsized, Fiji, and that one was big, 5.7 Aftershock Fiji, 4.2 Bulgaria, and then there was a 4.9, 5.8, very shallow, 5.1, all in Fiji, 5.6, 5.0, 5.0, 5.4, all in Fiji, as those aftershocks of this powerful quake. We had a 4.6 hit China, and then we had a 5.7 in Vanuatu. We also had a 4.2 earthquake in Afghanistan, 5.0 Fiji, 4.8 Indonesia, 5.2, 5.0, 5.5 in Fiji. And they're all very shallow. So, man, I'm telling you, folks, we dodged a bullet on the tsunami. We dodged a huge bullet. As shallow as this quake was at 6.9, 7.2, it is a miracle we did not have a massive tsunami. 4.9 Indonesia. We've had a 4.9 and a 4.8 in China. Excuse me, 4.9 was Chile, 4.8 was China, and 4.3 Alaska, and a 4.6 just hit Burma again. So 42 earthquakes in the last 24 hours, including that big one that hit Fiji and all those powerful aftershocks. The whole earth is shaking and quaking. Matter of fact, the Bible told us in the book of Isaiah chapter 24, verse 20, the earth shall reel to and fro, shall rock to and fro like a drunkard. Okay? And so we're watching and witnessing these signs of the end times. Jesus said there'd be earthquakes in diverse places. And we know prophetically there would be many earthquakes have already happened on major biblical milestone historical events, but there's others to be prophesied yet to come that we're keeping a close eye on. We're truly living, folks, in the last days. Don't miss today's live broadcast. My guest today will be Dave Hodges from the Dave Hodges Show. So it should be a very powerful broadcast. We're going to talk about Obamacare, the battle on the Hill, the Trump mandate that seems to be already in play, and a whole lot more. Okay, so we're going to really take a look at some of America's political issues and some of the struggles that's already taken place on Capitol Hill with the Trump mandate coming into play. All right, we'll tell you all about all those things and the earthquakes and everything else that's happening around the globe on the coming apocalypse. Don't miss it. 12 noon Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. So get a fresh cup of coffee and let's get ready to rumble, because that's what's going to happen today. We're really going to dig deep. All right? Are you serious? Are you saved?